Hello, everybody. This is Sentenced to be a Hero. First off, that's a really interesting title. And second, I have no idea what this is. I'm pretty sure it's a fantasy show of some kind. But what mainly intrigued me was the title, and apparently a lot of people talk about it. I don't know, I kept away, but a lot of people talked about it. And Sentenced to be a Hero, it's interesting because sentence, so it's a form of punishment. Sentenced to be a hero. So hero is some form of punishment. It's not hero like we usually define it, like, oh, he's a hero for doing this. A hero is probably some form of classification. Maybe it's a job, or maybe a designation given to those in certain area. I don't know. It's interesting. I'm curious to learn about it. But enough talking. I think I'm just gonna start playing. Can't read that. What? Damn. I love the animation. Very cool transition. Oh. Do I get my answer in the beginning? Hero is the gravest punishment, dear God. So it is a punishment. Heroes are forced to stand on the front lines, fighting a never-ending battle against the demon Blight, where they're not allowed to die. Oh. This punishment has no end. That's interesting. So they are in some way immortal. When they're either, it is because the area that they're fighting, maybe it's a special area where they're fighting the demons, or it's some form of magic cast on them before, or maybe it's an item that keeps them alive. But I am very curious about how this immortality manifests, or if it's just a figure of speech. And it's a very serious punishment, seemingly, fighting in a never-ending war. And it's quite strange when they advertise something as a never-ending war, and as they live forever, they keep sending new heroes. So why do they not beat back the demons? If they manage to keep the line, or are they maybe losing? If so, why not send more heroes? I'm very curious about the world here, and we'll see. I pause a lot, by the way. Maybe you're new to the channel. Hi, I pause a lot and like to talk and analyze, what I see. So if you don't like it, you could leave or stay. It is quite interesting animation. Oh yeah? I'm gonna lower the volume a bit. Excuse me? Oh! Is that a demon? I doubt that guy's the main character. Oh, love these outfits. Not too great that you're dying, but I don't know if you're good or bad, so love the outfit. I like the white and the gold. Oh, definitely a demon of some kind. Damn those... What? Maybe it's a name or some kind of mistranslation? I don't know. Selkov. Oh, wait. I'm gonna look at that again. Interesting, so demon or monster blood is another color. And he's praying, seemingly. With some kind of symbol. Maybe it is Lord Selkov. Initially I thought it was maybe his... Like, if this was a noble caravan, but I don't know exactly like the technology level here, or if it's high fantasy and everything. So maybe it's just his god, you could say. Or maybe I'm completely wrong. I can't read that, so sorry. I wonder what this guy is running. What is he carrying? Some huge package. I think it had some kind of symbol on it. Oh, usually when there are symbols on such crates, they're like ceiling symbols. So maybe it was a person in there that he was carrying. Oh. The coffin will... Wait, what did he say? So maybe that guy was carrying the coffin. The coffin will be... No. Protection targets. Oh, that's a very dead look. Or determined look. I don't know what you got planned, but... I'll support you. You seem like a determined fellow. You're really strong, though, for carrying that thing. Or maybe it's lighter than I thought. Yeah, it's some kind of... Oh! It kind of looks like the same symbol of the symbol that he prayed to, the priest, or whatever he was, when he's talked about Lord Selkoff or whatever. So maybe it's more like a kind of magical catalyst, and that it invoked magic, or rune, more like it. Oh. Interesting design on the demons, I gotta say. Well, I don't know if they're demons or just monsters. It looks almost tree-like or nature-like. But then these are... Then we see some kind of magic corruption, it looks like. So maybe it is corrupted beings, or like the ground trading. I don't know. Is this the main character? Maybe? Don't tell me the temple wants... Oh, so it is sort of religious constitution. Ooh. That's an interesting reaction, his turning his sword on the priest. I wonder why. We ain't got the context. Why are you smiling? Why? Maybe I'm not on that guy's side. I was on your side, you seem determined, and I thought you were a nice fellow, but after smiling, and smiling after seeing one of your comrades die, not so sure I'm on your side anymore. Oh. Kind of horrible to die that way. Yeah, it doesn't look like he has the same color scheme as the caravan and the soldiers. So maybe they're separate, even though it's the same symbol on the package. So maybe he stole it. I'm assuming right now that these are happening close to each other. Oh, would that really work? Oh, well, we'll see now. Oh, Silo. Interesting names, I gotta say. Silo. Please don't get crushed. It's not a nice death. A very determined beast, that is. I want to see that again. Traveling through a lot of trees. This is a fast fellow. Oh, I love the music. Almost holy music. Coming here and slaying the monster. Is this our hero, maybe? Studio Kai. Oh, oh. Oh. Oh, oh. I'm gonna go back. Interesting white streak on his hair. I wonder if it means something, and his face is covered in blood of the monster. And something around his throat. Like, symbols. And they can resurrect me later. I think he is a person sentenced to be a hero. So maybe the form of immortality is simply that they resurrect when they die. They have like, they're like liches. They have like maybe their soul or something stored, and then when they die, they can just be revived and then go back to the battlefield. So maybe it's that. And we understand that sentencing to be a hero is a punishment. And he is a hero. So maybe the marking around his throat is like the mark of some kind of branding, I mean. So it could be simply that to make sure that he obeys them, some kind of like command magic on them, or it is what causes them to be resurrected. Does he have the same scar or marks around his throat? Yes, he has. We see it very thinly. I'm pretty sure you can't see it from my video, but you watched the episode, so. But yeah, he has the same kind of branding, so, and I'm pretty sure he's a hero too. I think I've seen him on like the promotional promotional material. So I'm pretty sure he's a hero. So yes, I am pretty confident then that these marks on their throats are because they're heroes. Carrying your corpse. That's an interesting line. Doesn't matter if it's someone else's corpse, as long as there's a corpse, we can what? What are they doing to these corpses? So that was not nice, slapping him on the face, but I guess he's kind of depressing, so... The resurrection of us heroes is just a procedure that drags the souls of the dead out of hell and stuff them back into the bodies. Alright. So maybe it's not even their bodies, but they can resurrect in whatever bodies, but the soul is the same. And from what it sounds like, it's that each time they're resurrected, they loses a bit of part of themselves. Either maybe their personality, memories, or something like that. Where's the subtitles? Sorry. Stuff them back into bodies. Troublesome after effects. So maybe not that the memories are removed, but something affects them. Maybe a form of corruption or anything like that. So the reason they lose heroes mainly is probably that they become unusable after a while, after too many resurrections. Oh. That's rough. Could be. Thanks for the exposition, by the way, but... Oh. The Holy Knights don't seem to have any intentions of collecting your body. To be honest, initially I don't have a great impression of the Holy Knight. Because it feels like it's this religious order that forces them to fight. And maybe they deserved it. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't cast judgment. There are protagonists, so maybe, but... I'm gonna wait until I say anyone is evil or good. But it's a cruel punishment. Another symbol on his hand. I can't guess what that is. Or what it means. Some kind of magic wound. That's kind of badass, but again, you're saying you don't want him to die. Oh. Ugh. Treating him. What is it he has done that is so bad that he needed to be sentenced to be a hero? Well, I Shouldn't judge. Maybe he did something terrible. You'd expect if he has... Damn, that scream. I gotta get credit to the voice actors. He did a great job. Sounds very good. Oh, I fixed it. Oh, he has it on both his hands. I'm pretty sure it's just some magic. Well, no. To this point, every kind of rune I've seen, I can kind of guess what purpose it is. If I'm right on anything, I'm probably gonna see later. So maybe, I think it's just magic for himself. Like maybe how he moved that fast in the beginning. Dotta. So he steals stuff. He looks like a kid. But then again, I don't know if that's really his body. So he stole from the Holy Knights. So they don't seem actually to have that great control over their heroes. If they can just do whatever they want. The fairies' whereabouts? Fairies. Are they fairies? Or are they just using that as a word to summarize demons and other stuff? Mm-hmm. By that reaction, I think fairies are the monsters. But fairies usually are a very broad term, so it feels like I'm gonna assume that it's the same here, fairies, because I don't believe that if those monsters we've seen so far are the only ones that these heroes haven't already beaten them. So they gotta be different types. And interesting how he looks to his side. Is he disturbed by the corpse? Maybe. It doesn't seem like he has much experience with blood and corpses and everything. Maybe he was just a common thief, but yeah. Or a demon blight. Maybe demon blight is a reference to maybe an area polluted by some sort of magic. A demon blight, maybe they call it. That corrupts the animals or the ground or whatever. 5,000 of those. I'm not gonna judge yet about how strong humanity is here. Maybe they're quite weak. That is quite an army. Yeah, it's corrupting the trees and everything. So the demon blight corrupts. Yeah, makes sense if it's a retreat, because they're the reinforcement. Oh, I got a rough imagination, but as soon as he said, unless you want to lose your head, I imagined that these magic just instantly decapitates you. And the X makes it so they can just drag your body, or maybe anybody's body, back to where they keep the magic and drag your soul out of hell and put it in it and just punish you for that. Doesn't seem too effective. And As long as there's a corpse. Oh, that gotta be hard for them to resurrect with just anybody's body. I doubt they have much of a choice about who and what and where. That's rough. Now that's a great incentive to keep them alive. I can probably see it possible that not even be an effect of the resurrections and the church. I'm assuming it's a church or religious temple knights, everything. But they tell him that because they want to prevent them from just killing themselves over and over. Because if they do that, they can't really fix that. So maybe they just do it on the corpses or magic or anything really. Oh. And that's just how it is. Could be, could be. Other than completing the mission. I'm very curious about the term hero though, about why they chose it. Because it's... There are many other great words. I bet also that they were told that when they managed to complete the extermination of this demon blight or whatever it is completely, that they can be free. Maybe. Is that the coffin they were talking about? So that symbol. Maybe it's the symbol of like the holy knight or whatever they're saying. Ooh. It's the same symbol, but in kind of a different light. And that's interesting. What kind of runes? Oh. So you know it's a coffin, so it's usual style. You recognize it. It's quite big. You really have a problem if you really did it just because you felt like you should steal it. And you kept holding on to it, even though you were chased by a gargantuan monster in your eyes. So I would say you have a problem, or you just really wanted the loot. Or maybe you just didn't care about yourself. Could be that, could be that. Oh. Alright, so the fairy can sense something in it. Probably. You still took it like a champ. Maybe it's a special corp. Because these people can apparently revive through corpses, so maybe they gain some kind of power-up or something differentiating between corpses. So maybe that coffin style are like special. Like valued humans or impressive humans, corpses were put there. So they later can be escorted to like some kind of cathedral or whatever and be revived there. Oh. Again, Oh. It's quite threatening. Interesting. Alright, so it's more It's just a sign of statue. A sign of position. I don't know exact the word in English. Why are they opening it? It's one of the people I want to punch. Oh! So he has kind of a grudge against them, or a select few apparently. And the sign I'm getting is that he is quite old, to be honest. He seems very, very mature, and if the people he wanna punch he thinks are already buried in coffins, I'm willing to bet that he's quite old. What is this? That's a very good preserved corpse. Flowers and everything, and tree decorated. She looks almost like she's sealed in it. Ooh? Are there other... Oh my god. Are there... I was about to say, are there other, like, races like elves or something? But no. She's a goddess. Is she dead? A dead goddess? Oh. If they can put the souls in dead humans, could they put the soul of a dead human into a corpse of a goddess? Oh. Interesting reaction that he is mad by seeing a goddess. Why is that? And so goddesses, but goddesses aren't goddesses. They are weapons created to fight demon lords. That's interesting. Long ago, so maybe they aren't in use anymore? They went to something else? But based on his reaction, I'm willing to bet that he has some form of connection with it. And so if I am right with that he is old, maybe he was old enough that he used these weapons against the demon lords. But since they're not in use anymore, maybe something went wrong. Maybe the goddesses were corruptible, maybe they were just inefficient, or something like that. Humanity's only hope. So-called, still. Maybe they just lost the ability to use them. I initially assumed that they created them, but maybe they didn't. Oh. Giant whales. I want to see those. That's an interesting... Maybe they just switch the designs. If they made the goddesses, just switch it to giant animals than something humanoid. Or like lumps of iron. Some, do you mean like a blessed sword? Maybe that? Hmm? They should know these horns. Recons. Oh, magic eyesight? So they're getting attacked by the same kind of monsters. But they're different colored. Some are blue, some are red. I wonder what the color insinuates. The green. Oh. God damn. Still, what a badass. Running around with his arm just, well, gone. Ugh. Quite a horrible death. Oh, you're important because you have no helmet. Ooh. Great job. There's a lot of dismemberment in this show and blood.
思ったより進行が早いな。あいつらもフェアリーの奇襲には警戒していたろうに。
さあ、逃げよう。どこかに隠れてやり過ごそう。
What heroes they are,
まだ
if they can help.
死んだわけじゃねえ。死に損ないが粘ってやる。
Together.
あいつらを助けた方が得かもな。
It's a miracle that I haven't run already.
全然得じゃないって。
俺たちの任務は聖騎士団の過半数の離脱だ。一人でも多く助けた方が成功する確率は高い。戦うぞ。日が沈み切る前にあいつらを助ける。
Dagger. I didn't expect him to use a dagger, to be honest. We probably saw him earlier use a dagger, but not the weapon I imagine he'll use. Oh? Is that good? The girl's voice? Ooh, fire magic, maybe. Beautiful words. Oh. So, a goddess. That's great. Quite smooth. And gentle smile while saying so. Huh. What a... I don't really know how to comment on this. So, she's alive, not dead, and as a goddess, she's a weapon against demons. And because his apparent willingness to save others, she offers up her power or something. Oh, so maybe... So she grants some form of blessing? I thought that she was more of a direct because they called her a weapon, but maybe it's just because her ability to grant blessing, which increases the strength of those she chooses. But it sounds like a temporary thing, to be honest. Rub her head, huh? Aww. She's very cute. Hey, why don't you pat her head? That haughty pride. So maybe it's instilled by how he says it that the goddesses have a need for recognition. If so, it would be easy for the humans to control them and use them as thus weapons. But I don't understand his reactions. There gotta be some other side to this. That the goddesses somehow are ineffective, I think. I like her design. I like the cloak. The gems. Hasn't been activated. The 13th goddesses. Oh, there's a lot fewer goddesses than I thought. And haven't been activated yet, so maybe that's why she was in a coffin, because, you know, they haven't activated her yet. And was waiting for the opportunity. Toerita. Guardian. You see? Hmm.
求めるならば与えましょう。それこそが私の意味のすべてです。
So her meaning exists to grant others meaning. Is that it? You don't like goddesses, or maybe has a huge, because it sounds like they need to have some form of faith or reliance on the goddess. Yes, and maybe he has a huge problem with relying on others. Huh? She seemed so hurt. That's quite, well, overgeneralization. She seems nice right now. So it is that he doesn't want to rely on the power of a goddess. Maybe it is a bad experience because what I said earlier with him being old. Oh, smooth animation. And he has a bag on his back.
ノリと方向合わせろ。一番密集してるのはどこだ。
気が進まないんだけど。
絶対支援だ。派手にやって陽動にならなきゃ意味がね
あ、もう分かったよ。
Yeah, yeah. They held on a long time ago with that whole discussion.
10時の方向、指一本分くらい9時より。
あっちか。
They seem to have already begun eating the corpses, so the demons, or fairies, I should say, don't seem united at all, except for maybe instincts that they want to kill humans, and when they kill it, they want to eat it, despite them being surrounded by other humans.
なるほど。
Could be that. Oh! I don't know why, but I thought the goddesses wasn't that fast. Shabby looking man.
ではよろしいようですね。
おい、なんでここにいる。
Yeah. Why are you here? Except,
あなたは私の騎士。
are you gonna...
約束す
Ooh.
ると言ったはずです。
勝手に決めるな。
What, you don't want victory? Are their tongues, like,
勝利を約束する
around their heads?
勝手に決めるな。
Yeah, it looks like their tongues all around their bodies. That's interesting. But they look like dirt or tree, like animated. So that's probably the demon blight, the corruption. And so they're probably magic and organ. So maybe everything truly magical beings they call fairies. Could be that. Oh.
よ、我が騎士。
Ooh, 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 ooh.
ますよ、我が騎士。
So he activates whatever this is. Kind of looks like a heart now I'm looking closer at it. But the magic. Oh, it infuses his blade. Oh. Yeah, I thought it would explode. It seemed like that. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
その力は。
You proud of your knight?
いいんだ。
It's a secret seal of heat and light. She's probably been out of commission for a very long time, so...
この辺で隠れてろ。
Yeah, holding that back still.
あっさと。
Ooh. Oh, that was a lot faster than before, so you probably can charge it up to different amounts.
消えろ吐きそう。
おった。おさっと。
I'm with you, buddy.
お前も撃て。とにかく撃ち続けろ。
Shooting? Does he even have a weapon?
分かってるけど。
Oh. Oh, attacked. Is the goddess? No. I want to see the goddess do something. I want to see, like, her power. Blessing. I assume... I don't know what that looks... Some kind of crystal. Looks like some advanced magic. Oh, that's him! I thought that was somebody else. More like a shock staff.
当たった。すごくない？こんな旧式の来場なんて。
Even with such an old light, I thought it looked very new. I have no idea about the time period here. But I guess it could be pure magic. Impressive.
方が難しい。
Is it impossible not to hit?
そのまま援護しろ。俺に当てるなよ。
私たちも負けてられませんよ。
Now you're tired. I guess it was probably quite exhausting to keep up with him.
そ 休んでてもいいから。
Take a break. Well, be kind to the elderly, I guess. Yeah, I'm assuming she's quite old, to be honest. I don't think she's like a pure child. I haven't commented on, but the music has been very fitting for this entire episode to this point. Big explosion. Neat. Oh. One got through. Ouch. That gotta hurt. But we can see through his skin that he has more symbol on... I think it's his leg. So he has those markings over his entire body, seemingly. And so far they've all been magical effects, so he's quite powerful, probably. Ouch. Seems like quite a powerful... Aw, he seems quite cute. That's a lot of them. Can't be healthy waking up like this. But you're full of energy, so... Oh, they're finished. Dark. Oh, they all lost their helmets. So maybe they're all important. Ah. So they ran perform. Ah. Penal hero. Good question. Yeah, I bet, yeah, that would be a very depressing sight, actually, because they know that, well, I'm assuming, because if heroes are semi-immortal and as a punishment force, and I'm fighting with him, he is expecting to die, or that he has died before, which means that this place is probably very, very dangerous, maybe more than they assumed. Not a great sight. But I'm surprised that he grabbed his sword, this open hostility. Because in the end of the day, they're at the same side. But seemingly these heroes have a lot of freedom. And right now their mission is to save as many as possible. But I bet that isn't the same all the time. So I can see heroes being quite cruel in how they do things. Which would lead to distrust among the men. Soldiers.
なんか嫌な雰囲気だけど。
命令だ。さっさと逃げるんだよ。また次の一軍が来る。我々に構うな。
It feels like they aren't really on the same side right now. So maybe, and by that I mean that they belong to different organizations. Oh, interesting point of view.
僕ら普通感謝されるべきじゃないの。
所詮は勇者ってことだ。つべこべ言わず。
分かっていますよ、我が騎士。彼らを見捨てて逃げるなどありえません。
Great mood breaker.
その金髪、その瞳、まさか。なぜその方を連れている？
They probably have more information these nights. Yeah. Yeah, that's a real problem. If they're suspecting that they did steal from the transport, so yeah, I'm saying that he's in the right. Not a great situation for you. Why aren't you answering him? Oh, Matt. Well, I was about to shit on him for not answering really the question, but the answer is that they stole her and then opened her coffin, and then she woke up. Which isn't good. If you keep it a mystery, it will be ambiguous. But the goddess, I think, have some kind of authority.
まあまあ今はそんなこと
So maybe she could.
まだ次が来るよなんとかしなきゃ
ザイロ君どうした聞こえますか
ベネティム、いきなり通信をつなぐ。
Ah. So they also have some form of
大変なんですよ
communication.
大変なことになりましたすごく大変です
ベネティムはいつも大変ですだよね
そうなんですよもう終わりかもしれないってくらい大変ですザイロ君今余裕あります
ねえよ。
Oh, monster.
今の聞こえたろ。あ？
How does he retrieve the daggers? Because he seems to have an infinite supply of them otherwise.
これで余裕あると思うか。
ないような気がしましたでもこれ
I hope they know what's going on, because otherwise they look insane just talking to themselves.
言わなかったら
I would too be definitely afraid if I didn't know they could communicate telepathically.
よね
なんだよ。
聖騎士団の本体が魔王現象に向かって動いてます
So they're not retreating anymore. Oh, goddamn. I guess it's the old.
至急神殿に報告せよ。
Oh, in a different location, I mean.
ベネティム、今なんつった？
Oh, I thought initially that he was a hero, but no, he's more, he's the commander. Probably of their, like, hero unit. Which makes sense that the command would have. That's...
言わなかったらザイロ君怒りますよねって
ひげ、その後だ。
Oh, so the goddess is safety. They want to protect her.
ああそちらの森で体制を立て直していた聖騎士団の皆さんが魔王現象に対して戦列を組んでるってなんでも魔王現象の進行をここで食い止めるとか
Alright.
そんな
Sounds great.
わかるわけないじゃないですか
おい、お前らの指揮官は何を考えてやがる。撤退連絡が伝わってねえのか。
Hmm? No. Or maybe they are... What is it called? Deserters. But probably not. This was your plan all along.
計画だった
What?
のか。
Was he...
キビア
Oh.
団長の決めたことだ。
キビア。そいつアホなのか。貴様。
Yeah, talking bad about their commanders, not
我
great.
々はあの方を信頼する。
Yeah, they died for her. It's quite rude of you to just call that out.
あの方と聖騎士団の名誉のためなら、命を落とすことなど厭わない。
Admirable determination.
笑わせんな。死にかけのお前らに何ができる。
さっきの話なんですけど
なんだよ、さっさと言え。
助けに行かなくていいんですか聖騎士団の過半数が死んだら勇者部隊の作戦も失敗ですよ死ぬだけじゃなくて蘇生の後は火あぶりとかですかねきっと苦しみますよ
Oh, that's a very rough punishment. I did think that they would have some kind of punishment for failing the mission, but that's rough, buddy.
すごく大変ですよ
どうしようザイロ
何情けない顔してるのですか。窮地に陥った人々を助けるのは最大の名誉です。騎士
二人とも黙れ。ベネティム、聖騎士団はどこまで迎撃に出てる。
ああ
てめえ今調べてんのか。
いやいやまさかパーセル川沿いの第二渡河地点で陣を組んでるらしいですね
第二渡河地点。合流する気ならやめておけ。
Oh.
ただの足手まといだ。
Where else are they supposed to go?
長と共に戦って死ぬと決めた。勇者風情に何がわかる。
That's true. Heroes, Yeah, I can really understand where the knights are coming from.
いいから南へ抜けろ。
I mean, the heroes have a vested interest. I don't think he cares too much if they succeed or fail. What he cares about, the vibe I'm getting, is that if they die or live, because then the mission parameter. Now, I may be judging him too cruelly, but that is the vibe I'm getting from him right now.
お前らの別動隊を叩いたフェアリーは追い返した。
何？
森の南端にたどり着けば
Guerrilla
監督
units.
する部隊がいる。そこでベネティムってやつを殴っとけ。俺はこれからお前らの指揮官に文句を言いに行く。
本当に我々の撤退を支援するのか？
どった作戦続行だ。
ザイロ正気なの？
残念ながらな。聖騎士団と合流して奴らの改装を防ぐ。
さすが
She reminds me of like a candlestick. I find it... I really like her design. I'm surprised by how much I like her.
若騎士そうでなくては
Yeah. He gives me kind of a Cinderer vibe right now. I am still on the mix if he actually is one. Or what's more going on. I'll need to see more.
反対。ザイロだって聖騎士団なんかのために死ぬのは嫌だろ。ほら、だって君は。
黙れ。俺は聖騎士団なんざ全員死んだっていいと思ってる。死にたがる奴は大嫌いだ。でもな。
Well, they're fighting for what they believe in, so can you really say that? To be honest, I think his view is too colored by his experience, because he's probably been fighting a war for a very long time.
捨てたら後でこいつらに舐められる。そんなのは我慢ならね
何それ？
え。行くぞ。
Well, the goddesses see what she wants to see.
俺たちもおしまいだ。
Blood in the river mixed with monster blood. Or fairy blood, I should say. Now, these aren't wholly nice. These look like foot soldiers. Or maybe they're just not armored. But they look like foot soldiers. Oh, how did it take that long to notice? They glow in the dark. And that's a lot of them. Oh, that's orange, some purple, green, yellow. What? I'm curious about what the color mean, and I hope it means something. It probably does, because the corruption looks slightly different on the others. So maybe it's more of the area that is corrupting. What sort of tree, what sort of ground, grass, and so on. That's a lot of them. Yeah, you look like you could beat them back if there aren't too many of them. Oh, that's a lot more soldiers than I thought you had. Great positioning. The commander. Does she have a metal hat? I'm not gonna go back, but still. Preparing to shoot. Ouch. No, it's not a completely metal hat, but still. A troll. That's interesting. I don't think trolls usually are like that, look like that. It looks... still, that Demon Blight. It's corrupt. Oh, sorry. It's corrupting. It's I wonder exactly what it is. That's a bit. Oh, it's a few totals. That's big. Yeah, that would probably do the job if it's just a big version. Why is it smiling? Surprised it didn't pierce it.
バークル社製の迫撃援軍か。
Artillery seal compound.
あの数じゃ弾は持たないな。
ザイロ、
Hmm.
知ってる騎士はいる？
いねえな。あの気象も初めて見る。
じゃあもういいんじゃない？
Interesting.
多分あいつらは持ちこたえるって。
何を言っているのです
You just don't want to get involved. I'm not sure whether he's a coward or he's just lazy.
あなたは勝利の栄光を分かち合いたくはないのですか？
そんなの僕らが分かち合えるはずがないよ。
Aw. I imagine it ain't too nice to be a hero.
団長、この気はダメです。
通常兵器で対応しろ。撃ち漏らしは双兵が当たれ。
Yeah, you should probably retreat it earlier. Are you you're just charging? I don't know if that's the best method of fighting these monsters. These fairies.
奴らを支配する魔王には知性があるし、
Oh.
戦術的に動く。
Demon Lord fighting him.
来るはずだ。
What is
奴らを
controlling him is intelligent. Now that immediately gives me the vibe that not all demon lords are intelligent. So maybe a demon lord is just some form of classification of those who are in advanced stages of these corruption, the demon blight.
支配する魔王には知性がある。
And
戦術的に
uh,
動く。
they gain control, so maybe like a high mind of sorts. Localized high mind, I should say, if it is the case.
打開策を取る必要が。
Where's the guy?
あいつは
Did he run away?
マジかよ。
A message? Let's split up. You do your thing while I go steal everything of value from the Holy Knights.
どちらへ？
知るか。
To be honest, I can quite easily see. Well, this hero thing is such an extreme punishment. But that attendant, he seems to have quite a problem with stealing things and everything of value of the knights. What if he steals all their supplies and after the battle, they just can't move on, or maybe they're starved in the worst case scenarios because the ground is corrupted. I can see why they sentence him. Yep.
やはり頼れるのはこの私しかいませんね。奇跡の力が必要でしょ。
Why do you keep denying her? Why do you keep denying her help? I'm very curious to find out. Or if it's just his... I was about to say arrogance, but maybe not that. His need to be self-reliant. Oh, maybe he was about to say about some maybe corrupting effect of the power of the goddesses or something like that. Light seal, yeah. Maybe it was the seal on his legs. God damn. The light seal, very easy. Very fast. Yeah, I can see that turning the tide. But I can understand why, well, then he uses it. What what I was about to say, that I can see him not using it when he's around allies, but seemingly he still uses it. Which is quite dangerous, but maybe he knows what to do. Oh my god. That's strange weapons. I think they're sadly god damn. There's a lot of arrows. I thought they didn't have the numbers, but you know. Oh. Oh, that's rough. Hmm. That was quite a calm. What's going on? Now that's a huge explosion. God damn. Good job. Great job. I can see why they made you a hero. No, I'm being mean. No. Still on a horse.
誰だ。
あんたが団長のキビアか。
我が騎士、どうして私を置いていくのです。
女神様、なぜこちらにガルトゥイルにお送りしたはずなのに。
気にするな。
Hmm.
様、まさか輸送隊を。
いや、そいつらは無事だ。何にせよ俺のせいじゃねえ。それに。
Yeah, that's true.
契約もまだだ。
我が騎士。
Oh, so maybe that's why he's so unresponsive to her. That if he acknowledges that he is her knight, she will form a covenant, and it's a form of like maybe a servitude contract or whatever that is binding. That could be a good reason for why he continues to ignore her.
いうことですか。
言ったろ。俺は女神が嫌いだ。我が騎士はこいつらの中から探せ。
Fair enough. Plenty of fish in the sea.
説明しろ。お前は何者で何がどうなっている。
Yeah.
そういうところだが、今は説明している場合じゃねえな。魔王だ。
He hates explaining himself. So that's what he saw. Oh, so maybe it is the demon blight spreads from demon lords. Maybe. Or maybe these fairies are carriers of the demon blight. Oh. So finally see the transformation. So they're frogs. And there's a lot of frogs here, so everything in the vicinity just gets completely corrupted. And he is humongous.
魔王剣士は47個。
Alright, so they have the numbered. So maybe it's... Maybe they are somewhat separate. But they've numbered it, so gotta be pretty hard to kill them. Algogi. Almost like an insect, reminds me, with the antennas and everything. What am I looking at, even? Is that his demon lord's body? Ugh. Firing without... Wait, how did the interaction go? Ah, he's probably the commander of the artillery. Oh, that's a strong barrier. I don't know how they will get past it. Luckily, it seems to be quite slow. Oh, it's a reflective barrier. Yeah, they're fucked. Almost with the same philosophy. That's interesting.
力場を発生させて弾き返してきやがった厄介なやつだな、接近して攻撃するしかねえ波状水や投石機はない
How do you even know you will get past the barrier?
のか
まだ第一王手で準備中だ対岸にいる間に小動員を試す後兵隊は準備を
やめておけ周辺一帯が吹き飛ぶ全員の運びでも土地も犠牲になるぞ
Yeah. Alright, so she doesn't want to do that. Would a human even be able to get close, or are they... Maybe they have some kind of protection against the corruption effects of the blight. It's probably counting his daggers.
持ちこたえるのは無理だ交代して東へ抜ける
方針は変えない死守だ
叫んな俺たちは撤退を支援するよう言われたんだぞ
撤退を支援貴様
The command, to be honest, I'm quite... Their command structure seemed to be quite inadequate. The communication seems to be really bad between the soldiers.
ああだから来た
ガルテイルの司令部は最終的な判断を指揮官に委ねると告げたならば名誉のためには命を惜しまない
てめえらの名誉なんて知るか
You are not quite a good negotiator.
名誉こそが重要だ
うんざりだどんな事情があるかは知らねえがお前らに付き合わされる俺たちはどうなる
勇者の末路など知ったことではない死にさえ値せぬ罪人どもめ大体
Yeah, I mean, shouldn't you... I don't know how important the goddess seems. She seems to be really important. Shouldn't you prioritize her? For whatever reason you're here?
女神様がなぜここにいる
And to be clear, I don't think she is wrong on her dislike against heroes here. Seemingly,
勇者の末路など知ったことではない死にさえ
it's quite understandable given that they're in a war zone and they're basically an untrustworthy ally, which is an extremely bad thing to have on a battlefield.
値せぬ罪人どもめ
Ugh.
女神様がなぜここにいる
私は我が騎士ザイロに
Is that really your knight, though?
ガルトゥールへの一層命令その任務を果たしここを我々の墓標とするつもりだったなのに待て
Retreat with the goddess?
太陽だと
Ooh, so Silo is maybe kind of famous. Now that's interesting. Now what was that? Projectile by the Demon Lord? Oh, they're fast. Real fast. Oh. Interesting eye. Is it flying? Wait, is it the large thing? Yeah, it is. Oh my god. Why? What is it? Why even? Well, that's just disgusting for disgustingness sake. Are they kind of like drop pods? That's how they look. Yeah, they probably are. Oh! Little babies of it. They could probably grow to the same size of their mother. Oh, maybe they have small refractor fields. Or maybe they grow into that later. Oh. I haven't noticed up till now, but he has a symbol on his shoulder. Right above his heart. Yeah, I don't see any way they can hold the line. Or maybe Silo gonna need to accept that she is his goddess and he get a huge power up and save the day. Maybe. I don't know how strong these goddesses are. At least they die quick. And watch. Oh. Troll. Oh, his dagger just broke. Oh. Yeah, they kind of have lost. And there's the goddess. Oh. I am incredibly curious about his hatred towards goddesses, because she seems really cute, and maybe the other goddesses are different, but he seems very determined. I've used that name. Oh.
誰もが無残に死んでゆくでしょう。
叫んな。俺は二度と女神なんか。
So he had a past coven with a goddess, and it turned out very not happy about that. Great question. Oh. Well. Interesting that Silo seems to have a hatred towards Holy Knights. And all the flashes of those who died are not Holy Knights. He reacted when he saw that armor. But none of these people whose death is affecting him are Holy Knights. So I'm willing to bet that the Holy Knights, he don't like them at all. He probably killed the Holy Knights before. But I'm assuming.
我が騎士はあなたです。このままではさらに多くの命が失われます。あなたはそれでいいのですか？たとえあなたが私を女神を嫌っていても、私はあなたに勝利を約束します。
Oh, what a bright person.
頼む。もう他に方法はね。
承知しました。では、契約の代償を差し出しなさい。
Come for the price.
契約の方法は、
分かってる。
Yes, but explain to the viewer. Blood? The blood.
いいんだろう。手をいった力を貸してくれ。
ではあなたは我が騎士らしく己が偉大な存在であると誓えますか？
誓う。さっさとしろ。
いいでしょう。我が騎士ザイロ、あなたに女神の力をお貸しします。
God damn, the music. It did. Oh,
人生が台無しだ。
that's amazing. Let's see it. I want to go back. The one's image are probably
人生が台無し。
there we have it. Is probably the goddess before her. To be honest, if I know these things right, it's probably gonna be maybe had some kind of relationship with his previous goddess, maybe even a romantic one, and maybe she died tragically, and and that's why he doesn't want to do it, or maybe he knows that they were just friends, and she died, and he doesn't want to relive this whole thing. Could be that, because he seems to keep everyone away from him. Well, to be honest, we haven't really seen him interact with a normal person yet, who is in a position where they can formulate a normal relationship. But still, so maybe that's what's going on.
接続は完了。我が騎士
Healing.
の意志を共有します。
I am now sharing consciousness with my knight. So she can maybe like look through his eyes and share her
どのよう
power.
な祝福をお望みですか？
A bunch of swords. Looks awesome.
派手にやってくれ。
Show them what you got.
押し返す。
ここで押し返す。
Send them flying back.
では
Oh, that's a lot. Well, they had plenty of time to kill everybody else,
女
so
神の力を持って喜んで祝福しましょう。
I wanted more specifics. What exactly are you blessing him with? Damn, this visual. This could definitely be like a wallpaper
祈りなさい。
for salvation.
剣の女神テオリッタ。
Goddess of swords. I thought you would be like a goddess of fire or something. But yeah, fits amazing with him. Did she like open a portal to a bunch of swords? Yeah, that would be obliterate all of them. And that goddess have quite a lot of power. I'm surprised any of them are alive, to be honest. Great aim also for not killing them.
我が騎士、この偉大な力を好きなだけ称賛し、崇め立てまつることを許します。
Are you gonna do
ザ
it?
イロを許すと言っているのです。頭を撫で。
悪いが
Oh?
先にやることがある。
You don't like being nice, do you?
まずは残った奴らの掃除だ。
Again, I find it interesting that you call them fairies and not demons, but still the demon lord. I'm not gonna go into it, but again, oh, sorry. It could just be a classification of the name. Hmm?
次の剣を。
まったく、後で必ず称賛するのですよ。
Giving me proper places. I hope we see this episode you praising her. Because you kind of owe your existence to her now. Not really, but you know what I mean. That is impressive.
生きてたか。ギビア、お前らは暫定相当だ。負傷兵の救出も急げ。
なぜ貴様が命令する？勇者風情がそのような。
生き延びるために決まってんだろ。俺は死ぬつもりがねえし、お前らが死ぬのを見るのもごめんだ。だから魔王を殺す。
Well,
して帰れたらどんな文句でも罰でも受けてやるし、いくらでも褒めてやる。
ザイロ、行くのですね。
I mean, maybe. Well, I don't know, but I hope you can do it. I hope you can do it. And to be honest, I don't think they want to punish you after you making a covenant with a goddess. It would look very bad for them. Probably. I don't think she would allow it. And she doesn't have any, you know, command seal seemingly on her body, so she can probably do basically what she wants. But the organization they're in utilizes her because it's quite easy to point her towards the giant monster and say it's evil.
名誉のために。
といつもこいつもくだらねえことばかり抜かしやがって。名誉のためだ。アホじゃねえのか。
I mean, he is. I want to say he's projecting, but that's probably not the right word. Because I'm pretty sure the vibe I'm getting is that he used to do everything for honor, didn't work out quite so well, so when everybody else says to do it for honor, he says that it's not gonna work out well for them. Resource. You gonna take the goddess with you? Well, you need your power source.
思いっきり暴力を振るいたい気分だ。覚悟しやがれ。
Is he talking to the goddess or the demon king? Demon lord, I should say.
落ちんなよ。
不遜ですね。私はあなたたち人間を心配する側です。マガキシ、ここは
I'm surprised there are so many animals in this forest.
あだだ。
なぜです？私を甘く見てはいけませんよ。
女神にも限界があるのは知ってる。お前らは無理をすると散る火花が強くなる。
それは
That spark would grow slow.
女神にも
Oh.
限界があるのは知ってる。お前らは無理をすると散る火花が強くなる。
That spark, so I'm assuming that he's referring to the spark on her hair. So maybe that's why the gods all have like a limited expectancy for use, if I should say so. That the more it burns out, the less, you know, it's basically like their energy meter. If they use it too much, it will burn up. Reminds me of in Pokemon, that dragon, if the fire on its tails go out, it dies. It's probably not the case here, but reminds me still.
死ぬまで戦おうとするな。そんなことで俺は褒めない。
Doesn't want anybody to fight to their
死
death.
に任せるのが女神ってもんだろ。
I don't know if that fits, but sure.
道は俺が切り開く。
But it is intelligent and knows how to use strategies, so this is interesting. Wonder what it will do.
では次は私が
Is it my turn now?
テオリッタ、突き抜けるぞ。
最後、次こそ私の これがもう別に怖がってなどいませんよ。魔王を撃つことこそ女神の本体
Sure.
役目を
まだだ。もう少し。
I'm curious about what it's thinking. Or planning. Oh. Shooting in between the armor. Great move.
本ちぎれただけで大げさだな。
Probably hurt a lot. I don't know. Such a interesting design.
ザイロ、このままでは囲まれます。そろそろ出番なのよ。
Ruins.
ああ、道を開けてくれ。盛大に頼む。
Let's see it. I am very curious. Let's see the grand thing. I don't know what I'm waiting for. Well, of course, more swords. That I know, but still.
次は
大丈夫です。我が父の望みは伝わりました。
できんのか。
And then they say that they share a consciousness now.
ええ。私は女神ですよ。
Oh.
ただ経験に祈りなさい。 That's a what is that? It's a big, just as I wanted. Yeah, that's a very oversized sword, golden sword, so probably blessed. Ooh. God damn. Ouch. Protecting our goddess. That's nice of you, at least. Bleeding out. It's gonna bleed out soon. But yeah, her hair is more... more colored. So the more she uses her power, it's gonna like fill up eventually. Like probably the meter. Oh my god. Is it gonna be the guy earlier who took all the Holy Knight's valuable? Did he finish looting them? Or was he scared enough and... well, if he's scared, he wouldn't be here. Either way. Maybe not. Oh. What happened? I'm still not finished. I thought time skipped a bit. Oh, they're running. So they were probably more under the direct control, the other fairies, and now when they're not, when the Demon Lord is fighting, it can't really micromanage them. There he is, my boy. Was that around his leg?
また盗んだな。
これは違うんだ。陣営に
ああ。
込んだら目の前にあったから。
よくやった。殺すのは勘弁してやる。
So he stole something that... Yeah, he did raid the loot.
ダイヤルのメモリと溝の形で威力を調整できる。
Shepherd groups. It's a bomb? Or a cleanser?
今度こそ終わりだ。捕まれ。
Run, Forrest, run! I don't know what it is. It's probably a bomb. That's a powerful bomb. I'm surprised they haven't won already if they have bombs like this. Jesus. I wonder if you can do anything with the corpses. Are these the end credits? This can't be any. Them running away.
天使を失えばこうなる。魔王を仕留めたことは何度かあるが。
Oh, I see. So the demon lords are what spreads the blight. So it's not a result of the blight. They spread the blight. So when they die, the blight in their area disappears with them. And the connection they have with their minions, the fairies, also disappears.
ここまでバカバカしい結末は初めてだ。ま、こいつの手癖の悪さのおかげで助かったのも事実だな。後で
You beat him up. You can see why. Well, I think it's fair to say that he is a scoundrel. The guy who stole things and everything. Not Silo. I am unsure what to classify him as, but still.
我が騎士見事に魔王を撃ちました。それも女神のこの私の偉大な恩寵があってこそです。
Yes. Yeah.
のではないでしょうね。
It is almost all thanks to her.
ねえよ。
No. Oh, well, no objections. Gonna go to sleep?
私を褒める時間ではありませんか。
Yeah, praise your goddess.
よく生きてた。
変わった褒め方をしますね。
Yeah, praise her properly.
それだけで十分だ。本当はな。
でもそんな女神が許されますか。
Aww.
知らねえよ。他人が決めることか。
そうですか。では
Hmm.
あなたの言うことが正しければ、生還した上に魔王を打ち果たした私はものすごく偉大ということですね。
Yes, it does, probably. Maybe you really don't like giving praises.
ことを許可します。さあ早く。
Come on, give a proper praise.
準備はできています。いつでも構いませんよ。
Do it.
ほらほら、我が騎士。
分かったよ。
Oh. Trauma. Incoming trauma. It went off like an alarm. I'm gonna go back to that. So maybe it's universal that these goddesses want head pats and these kinds of praises. Ooh, look at his armor. He's a holy knight. Not too surprising, to be honest. I suppose the goddesses, the church or whatever organization it is, would probably only lend themselves to holy knights because that seemed to be like their devoted warriors. So he was a holy knight. He probably, maybe his goddess died and he flipped out, made a bunch of mistakes, and got punished. Got punished for it by being a hero. So, yeah.
やっと見つけたぞ。貴様、やはりザイロ
Tile of Four Butts.
フォルバーツか。
うん
倒れてるやつはドッタルズラスだな。
Dottal Sulus.
まあいい。輸送中の女神を盗み、衝動院まで奪い、独断で魔王を討伐した。
Yes.
やはり貴様は大罪人だ。
Yeah, he was. I can. To be honest, I completely understand from their point of view because they don't know what happened to the transit, and what really happened isn't that better even. They stole the goddess. They opened up her coffin, thus awakening her, and now it has resulted in the goddess bonding with the criminal Silo. And together with the Holy Knights defeated the Demon Lord. And during their fighting, a little Kremling was stealing anything of value, and he happened upon something that could help his comrade survive. Doesn't look good for them.
そうだな。
女神テオリッタ、あなたは本来 我々第13聖騎士団がガルトゥイリ要塞に送り届ける予定です。
13th Order of Holy Knights.
輸送隊も出発していたのですが、
Yeah.
その勇者があなたを盗み出し、独断で契約を交わ
Right, by all account. And you should, Silo, still explain to her that you didn't kill the transporters.
ザイロフォルバーツ
And
その悪党が
yeah, it's general.
ならばそれが運命だったの
Damn, you stone cold goddess. Very smooth, I gotta say.
でしょう。私はザイロフォルバーツを我が騎士として信じます。彼こそは全ての魔王を
Will defeat all demon lords.
我が恩寵を受けるにふさわしい騎士です。
It's quite a grand claim, goddess.
しかし女神よ、
And music.
あなたはその男の罪状を
Oh, oh no, this.
罪状どのような罪があるのです？
Yeah, isn't all heroes great criminals? But maybe she was in the coffin while this whole system was introduced. But he was alive when they commonly used goddesses, apparently. So maybe it's more a recent thing, or recent-ish, the whole thing with heroes. So maybe there aren't too many of them, and it's like a growing force.
女神殺し
Well, that changes things. Well, that's, hard to explain away his actions. Context, Hankel.
かつて聖騎士だったその男は契約を交わした女神よ。
Yeah, I don't think he killed his own goddess. I don't think that. But he killed a goddess.
その手で殺したのです
Why do you do this to me? Looks. I'm not gonna say anything until. All right, that's the scene ending. So that I don't say anything more. That's very well timed, I guess you could say. There are a few things that, well, I'm sure there are several scenarios where he was probably right to kill her. I mean, let me see. He probably had a good relationship with this goddess. And we know that the demon blight corrupts, so it's possible that maybe the goddess was corrupted. But in that case, he would have been right to kill her, and thus the organization would probably not see a need to punish him. So it's probably not that. It could be maybe that he began... or maybe it was a growing conflict. They began hating each other after a period of time, and he remembers the good moments with her, and she simply was not agreeable enough for him, and he killed her. Could be that. Could be that. I am immensely curious about why he did it. But I'm not gonna sit here speculating all day. I'm gonna continue. We're probably in the church cathedral. It looks like... yeah, it looks like some kind of judgment hall. Very big. Incredibly big. Is that Silo? Ooh. Interesting metal mask on her head. Very neat. Very heavy change. You can probably not remove the sigils, so... Some other characters we're probably gonna see. Commander of the Federation Kingdom's 5th Order of Holy Knights. And the one in current time is the 13th Order of the Holy Knights. Could be just separate divisions. Oh, so he even he was like a former faction leader. Demon Blight number 11.
そして夜明け前、女神セネルバを伴って交戦に入った。
Okay.
この報告に間違いはないな。
Alright, I'm gonna look visually how they look a bit more. Covering their faces, and they're recording what they say. They have the same symbol. Oh. So yeah, it's that the organization.
間違いない。
やっぱりあいつが。
俺は魔王現象11号と戦った。
Is
きつかったよ。
probably gonna get revealed.
援軍が来なかったんだからな。
質問にだけ答えよ。被告者は女神を伴い独断で交戦に及んだ結果、部隊に壊滅。
So maybe just because he was unorthodox, he wasn't told to go into battle with a demon lord, and he did it anyway. And this battle resulted in his goddess's death, and that's why he's accused of the murder of the goddess. That could be it. That could be it. That could be it.
この報告に間違いは
ある。独断じゃない。正式な命令があった。
要塞は命令など下していない。そのような記録はない。
嘘だな。
Lying? Oh, that's quite the accusation in court.
まあ正規の伝令だった。命令書ではユトブ方面7人一丸歩兵隊って奴らが。
そのような部隊は存在しない。
I mean, couldn't this all be a sabotage from a demon lord? Because he did say that they were, or at least some of them, intelligent and capable of tactics.
お前は独断で功を焦り、部下と女神に無謀な戦いを強いた。
違う。俺は
以前からお前の部隊には独断的な行動が目立った。
So it's a history of it.
行為に手を染めていたとも聞いている。
戦場なんだぞ。現場での判断が必要なこともある。
But still, it doesn't look good for you, buddy.
連合王家より与えられた権限だ。何よりお前は最後には女神セネルバを殺害。
So he does care. You see, well, the vibe I'm getting, the one who's speaking right now, he cares. His hand clenches because it resulted in the death of a beloved goddess. So I am, because they look quite evil right now, so it's quite easy to assume that they just set him up to fail. But I don't think so. I think it was some other party that made this whole event happen. I don't think this order is responsible.
これも間違いはないな。
間違いない。
まさか。
Hmm.
どうに殺したのか。奴は獣だ。女神殺し。今すぐ死刑にしろ。死刑でも生ぬるい。
他に方法がなかったから。
Wait, I want to take another look at that guy in the background. I can't do anything.
他に方法がなかったからだ。
No other way.
指示された部隊は見つからなかったし、合流するはずの援軍も来なかった。
I mean, that whole situation sounds very
俺たち
conspicuous.
は孤立して。
来るはずがない。そもそも命令など存在せず、お前の独断だったからだ。
違う。
Hmm.
セネルバは、女神は部隊を助けて感謝されたがっていた。俺たちに褒められるために命を懸けて戦い続けた。それで力を使い果たした。
Oh, that's a rough look. So they do get corrupted humans and even goddesses. And I see that the eye color changes. And it's the same eye, kind of eye that we saw with the Demon Lord earlier. So probably all those corrupted by this gets these eyes.
限界だったんだ。だから
Ah. There's a different symbol on her. But maybe it just... Oh, really? A mercy killing. As he is our protagonist, we can be on his side. But if I didn't, I would probably be with the church. And because the whole situation, he has a history of acting reckless. He did a reckless thing with a goddess who is seemingly engineered to be this way. And then on the battlefield, she was corrupted, and thus he mercy killed her. Which I don't think that happens often. Mercy kill a goddess. But still very traumatizing for him.
女神が力を失うとどうなるか知ってるか。衰弱して無防備になる。そして魔王現象に侵食されるんだ。
Huh.
かような事象は報告されていない。その可能性も神殿により否定されている。お前は自身に刻みすぎた聖印の暴走で自分の女神を手にかけた。ああ、わけわかんねえこと言ってんじゃねえ。俺はまともだ。
Let's talk about that later, but it's probably a propaganda thing that the goddesses can't be corrupted. And that's why they do this and came up with that reason. But I still think that they believe that he killed her. And I don't think it was engineered by them. Yeah, he has a lot of seals.
女神が侵食されるなど妄言だ。いいから聞け。
魔王現象に侵食された女神ほど危険な存在はいない。女神の力を振るう魔王現象が。
Oh. That's bad. You could. That's bad. But why? How could the goddess know that, and you know that, without the church knowing that? But still, if they... Yeah. If they noticed that she was beginning to corrupt it, they could probably deduce that. But still.
調剤官、被告者は神聖な女神を冒涜する発言を繰り返しています。すでに重要事項の確認は終わりました。以後は発言を禁止するべきかと。
そのようですね。
待てよ。話を聞け。こいつはやばいことになってるぞ。神殿も軍の奴らも信用。
We can't trust the military or the temple. You're not making a great case for yourself. Maybe true, but still.
一刻も早くそいつらを見つけないと。そうか。全てが仕組まれてたわけか。
I don't think you can easily make that assumption based on what we know, but he probably knows a lot more than we do.
ザイロ・フォルバーツ。お前。
You sentence him to what? What do you sentence him? To be a hero. Oh. So you get a little revenge streak on ya. Is that the ending? Yeah, it probably is. Yes, it's the ending. Now, what do I say about this? It was a great first episode. I'm surprised. Usually, when when it comes to anime, a lot of it's garbage, according to me. But some of it isn't. And this isn't garbage. It's quite good, actually. So I am very curious about the following. Oh, I'm not too sure where we gonna go. I'm curious to see the developer relationship between the goddess and Silo and everybody else. And I don't know if I am very intrigued by the mystery of everything, of the Holy Knights and the Order, if they set him up or not. People are probably gonna disagree in the comments with me on a lot of things I said on this episode. Maybe. It feels like that. Anyway, I'm curious about how that's gonna develop, and this whole demon blight thing. What's the source and everything according to that? Why is it an endless war? Like, calling it that, something has to go wrong for them to be calling it that. Are they winning? Are they losing? Is there like some kind of... I want to see a map of this place. I really want to see a map and see if how well it's going, how desperate they are, and so forth. Music was amazing. Voice acting was very good. And I haven't even talked about the animation. It was great. I am no expert on animation by any means. I'm not a super big fan of how it looks, but still, it looks great. And some animation was just astonishing. Some of the shots in this episode was definitely wallpaper worthy. But I'm sure this video is already over an hour, or maybe even 2. So I'll see you guys some other time. And please comment what you think. Do you disagree with my analysis, or do you agree? What do you think? And so forth. And I see you some other time. Bye.